What's up, y'all? This Chico Black. This is my intro. You know what I'm saying? From now on, this is the intro y'all gonna see. If you don't work hard, you can't play hard. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to make a few changes. But y'all go ahead and support y'all boy. Show your boy love. And most importantly, subscribe, like, and make sure you stay notified. But let's go on with the show. This is a video about the PP Karen, who is supposedly saying now nobody has rocked the boat, nobody's rocking the boat when it comes to the industry. And not only that, how he is now portraying to be Richard Kuklinski. Y'all already know that's the Iceman. This man was a professional killer. He worked with a lot of mafia leaders and bosses in contract killings. And also about this PP Karen talking about that the game is boring. No, you're boring. But those are three specifics right there that I want to get on with this story. Let's go. And the moral of the story is, Drake, no one is rocking the boat, and portraying the Iceman killer, and also why he feels that hip-hop and the game itself now is boring. No, you're boring. You're not a factor. You're not important when it comes to hip-hop and to the hip-hop culture. But this is, the narratives that I'm gonna run as I do this video, because in reality, Karen just doesn't learn. He just can't accept the fact that the game is so much better without him. Hip-hop is so much better without this PP Karen. But let's get on the track, man. Rocking what boat? Significantly, what do you mean by nobody's rocking the boat? Rocking your boat? Or just in your perspectives, nobody is dropping anything that is gonna make you rock the boat. But I just did a video yesterday of you admitting being a creepy friend to Kendrick Lamar and jamming to his old music and new music. So if nobody's rocking the boat, how come yours is the most significant ones when you have dropped more than 20 or 30 songs and none of them drop, none of them hit hard? And then you're afraid to drop Iceman because you're embarrassed that it's not gonna do the numbers that you want. So instead of embracing the fact that you put yourself in this situation, of course, no boat in your texture is going to be rocking, because your boat right now is sinking worse than anybody that I've ever seen in hip-hop history. You're drowning. You're basically coming into a perspective in your life where nothing that you do is significant or is appreciated or is looked at as a cover of art with dedication, with, precision, and most of all with respect, love, and honesty, and sincerity, and hard work. Everything about you is a misconception. You cheat hip-hop, you cheat with Ghost Riders. Your legacy is basically a fraud. Your character, your image, and everything that you portrayed throughout your career was a lie, a facade, and not within what the culture, and especially hip-hop, respects or condones to or appreciates when it comes to appreciating a rapper that gives us all, like somebody that is willing to die with a purpose and a reason. Y'all sub and subscribe and like the video, please. So when y'all say rock the boat, I'm talking about you and your camp. It's basically saying that your boat already sunk. Your boat is not even fixable or even has any cause to even be refixed or reignited when you already have drowned with sorrow and just a facade to where you would never see your career be to where it was before. So the more deeper you go into that water, the more you see your legacy and your whole career just drowning with it, with no high expectations, with no anticipation, and especially with no type of morals or respect for us to even see you at that tone, to see you at that, facade. Now, this is Richard Kuklinski. This is the man that he is portraying to be. Let me read you about this man. The Iceman killer is Richard Kuklinski, a notorious American contract killer and serial murderer who worked for various mafia families in the New Jersey and New York area. He earned his nickname due to his method of freezing his victims' bodies to mask the time of death and hinder forensic investigations. Key factors about Richard Kuklinski: criminal activity. Active from the mid-1960s until his arrest in 1986. Kuklinski claimed to have killed over 100 people. He killed more than that, as a matter of fact. Through investigators have only linked him to a handful of murders. He used a variety of methods to kill his victims, including guns, ice picks, chainsaws, and most notably cyanide. Modus operandi. He was known for his extreme brutality and for making his victims suffer. To dispose of bodies, he would often remove teeth and fingers, place them in a 55-gallon drum, or dump them in mine shafts or the Hudson River. Personal life. Kuklinski led a double life as a suburban family man with a wife and children who were largely unaware of his criminal activities. To his neighbors, he was a successful, quiet businessman. His family believed he was a wholesale distributor. He was, however, a fucking natural-born, mob-contracted assassin killer, but physically and emotionally abusive to his wife. Allegedly, that's what they said as well. Arrested conviction. Kuklinski was arrested in December 1986 as part of an undercover operation, which they called it Operation Iceman, led by ATF agent Dominic Polifron, who posed as a mobster and recorded Kuklinski discussing murder methods. He was convicted of 4 murders in 1988 and received 2 life sentences, death. He died in prison in 2006 at the age of 70 from natural causes, just before he was scheduled to testify against a Gambino crime family underboss. Foul play was suspected by some at the time of his death. Media deceptions. His life and crimes have been the subject of several true crime books, 3 HBO documentaries known as the Iceman tapes, and a 2012 featured film titled The Iceman, starring Michael Shannon. And let me tell you something, this is based on a true story. I read this man's book, I read this man's life story, but this is one time a mob boss contracted him because a dude basically raped, I think it was his niece or his cousin. So he hired Richard, the Iceman, to kill him. He waited for the suspect. He hit him in the back of the head while he was trying to get in his car. I believe this happened in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. He grabbed him, put him in the trunk, and look what he did to this man. This is based on a true story now. He wrapped him up, took him to one of his traps, you know what I'm saying? I guess he drove so many miles because he had traps everywhere. You know what I'm saying? When it came to, even in Miami. And he put him under a sewer. And he taped them up. He put video cameras all over that section. And he threw nothing but rats. And they ate them piece by piece. And he watched the whole thing as this man was being tortured by these rats. This is based on a true story. You think I'm bullshit? Go watch the fucking movie or go read his book. The man took the tape to the crime boss. The crime bosses were so impressed and so scared that they hired him for other murders in different countries. Read the book. It's a fucking fantastic but scary ass book. This dude was no joke. Now, you want to talk about being bored. How boring you are. Because nothing is out that picks up your interest or picks up, you know what I'm saying, your vibe or your energy to even pay attention what music is being dropped. So basically you saying that Kendrick Lamar, who you are a creepy stan of, at the ending of the day, because you admitted it, that he destroyed hip-hop. That is your word of quote in your own perception and your own deception. So I want to ask you, what makes you think that? There's a lot of artists that dropped a lot of music, you know what I'm saying, and have dropped albums and music. But don't be mad that yours is not resonating with the people how it used to at one time in your career. Don't be mad that your fans now, a lot of them are turning against you and the music that you're putting out is so whack and so pathetic that it's boring. And that is why the boat that you want to rock ain't rocking. That's why your portrayal and being the Iceman is never gonna happen because you're melting faster than a motherfucker and all your music is boring. There's nothing that you have changed. There's nothing that you're doing new. You have kept the same method and rhythm and vibe towards your music the same. There's no value to your music. And now since we know now that you have cheated even into writing music that many people and many of your fans call your classics, have been written by others and other ghostwriters, it doesn't mean anything to us anymore. You can't take credit for something that you didn't write. You can't take credit for the Iceman album from melting and crumbling the way that it is. You did this to yourself, and that's why you melting faster or what fucking Arctica is fucking doing to itself as we speak. You're dismantling yourself and putting yourself more in a fucked up position by opening your stankin' ass mouth and you making no sense and you looking weirder and more spookier and hilarious and just the fucking laughing stock of what hip hop is all about. You see Karen, PP Karen? You would never, ever in your life will even 1 inch close to what Richard Kuklinski ever was. Listen, you're so afraid of Kendrick Lamar, and you afraid to actually put your hands up and throw a set up, that the only thing that we will get from you in the fight is your wiggly fingers. You know how you got thrown out from that place? And you started wiggling your finger, talking about, forget that, I got this. That's the only thing you got. It's the Karen wiggly finger, and it's the only way you know how to defend yourself with your boring ass. You're boring. Not only that, you're pathetic. That's why all these narratives that you're trying to run are all failing so bad and so drastically that you yourself don't know where you at. You yourself don't seem to find yourself in that position and place where you was at one time in your career. And through your whole lifetime, you've been a soft-ass bitch and a Karen that we just don't respect. So find something else that can rock your boat, because your boat already sunk. That shit somewhere in deep sea, just sinking more, deteriorating more, where it's becoming boring to even talk about. It's becoming a fatigue. It's becoming a fucking, just a frustrating meltdown when it comes to us just keep on exposing your ass for who you really are. And the real ones that know who you really are knows that you are melting. You are fucking evaporating and just disappearing faster, or what a bitch can say, where the fuck did he go? That's why you sitting down and you contemplating and you dream about Kendrick Lamar, and you hate when you look at yourself in the mirror, because you, out of your own convictions and your own sins and guilt, know that you started this problem, you engaged this beef, and now you just don't know how to end it. So instead of you being a man, you just are this bitch that we just can't get rid of because you can't take a L. So my last words to you, and to conclude this video, to end it, is, since you proclaim that you are the Michael Jackson, and you proclaim that Prince, that Kendrick Lamar was the Prince, how does it feel getting whooped by Prince? How does it feel losing? Not only that, how does it make you feel deep inside knowing that you live with sorrow and pain and just embarrassment and humiliation, to where now you even saying that hip-hop is boring? You know why you saying that? Because you're not winning no more. All we see Drake doing is taking L's like we've never seen a rapper in the history of hip-hop take L's. So instead of just confronting and just overcoming your convictions and your wrongdoings and your fuck up mistakes and choices that you have made throughout your career and throughout these past 2 years especially, you only making it worse by not being a man and confronting yourself and blaming yourself and pointing the finger at yourself of why you are the PP Karen that we will forever remember as the Karen, as the lobbery, and as the bitch that Mr. R.B. Graham has always been throughout his whole fucking life. This is your boy Chico Black. One thing I must say, I love doing these videos, roasting this motherfucker. I love it. And I'm gonna keep coming up with more videos, because until I don't see you retire, until I don't see you quit and leave music, I'm gonna roast your pussy ass. Yes, sir. And for everybody else, y'all leave y'all comments down below. Y'all tell me what y'all think, y'all thoughts. Y'all put y'all perspectives in, you know what I'm saying? And don't be biased, just say how you really feel. Drake fans have been hitting me up, and it's funny as fuck, because they are crybabies just as much as this PP Karen is. They can't, you know what I'm saying, take the L with this PP Karen, so they decide to attack in any type of shape, way, or form to try to defend this man. Well, it's getting boring. It's so boring that it's laughable. So with all that being said, there's your boy Chico Black, a.k.a. Jaloso. Yeah, man, I was at the hospital today. I get surgery on the 26th of this month for kidney keystones. Maybe a possibility of a kidney being removed. I've been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? But hey, God is always with me. God always keeps it 100 with the real ones, and he's always by the real one's side. No matter what they go through, just have him always be respectful and be loyal and be humble and be grateful and fear God. That's something that we don't see today. People don't fear God. They respect him, but they don't fear him. That's your God. You're supposed to fear him. God is a very jealous God. Just to get this out this Karen PP subject for a minute. But I just felt like I had to say that. Fear your God. Because without him, nothing is possible. But with him, everything is possible. But this is your boy, Chico Black, letting y'all know, don't ever become or be this PP Karen. But y'all go ahead and drop y'all comments down below. Y'all keep y'all boy Chico Black in prayer. And most definitely, much love to everybody out there, to the Koala family and to the Delete family and everybody else. Much love and much respect to all of you. And thank you for the love and the support that y'all have been showing me. I really do appreciate that. But I'm out of here, y'all. God bless. Peace.